Get ready for the dictation. Start. Heard, learned counsel for the parties. The challenge in the present writ application is to the order dated 1/11/2013 of the National Human Rights Commission in case number 4589/4/35/2012, directing the petitioner company to pay additional compensation of rupees 2 lakhs to the next of kin of Yadunandan Sahni, who died due to electrocution. The brief facts of the case are that one Yadunandan Sahni, a laborer, died due to electrocution when he came in contact with a broken 11 kV wire on 29/11/2011. The petitioner, as per the policy, gave rupees 1 lakh to Jagtaran Devi, wife of the deceased, through check dated 22/12/2013. However, before that, a complaint had been filed by one Manoj Kumar seeking compensation. Response was sought from the Energy Department, Government of Bihar, as well as the Bihar State Power Holding Company Limited, and pursuant to hearing the parties, the Commission has directed for payment of additional rupees 2 lakhs to the next of kin of the victim. Learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that the Commission has erroneously awarded additional compensation of rupees 2 lakhs when compensation of rupees 1 lakh, which was the maximum limit as per the scheme/policy of the petitioner, was already paid to the wife of the victim. It was submitted that there was no inquiry by the Commission, and thus such order to pay additional compensation is fit to be set aside. Learned counsel further submitted that the complaint being filed directly before the Commission without approaching the company or the electrical inspector was fit to be rejected. Learned counsel submitted that there is no provision of payment of compensation in the Indian Electricity Act 2003, but still the petitioner has formulated guidelines for compensation to dependents on account of accidental death due to electrocution on a purely humanitarian consideration, and the amount fixed under the same being rupees 1 lakh having been paid to the wife of the deceased. No further direction to pay any additional amount could be issued by the Commission. Learned counsel has also submitted that under section 36(2) of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, the Commission cannot inquire into any matter after the expiry of 1 year from the date on which the act constituting violation of human rights is alleged to have been committed. Having considered the submissions of learned counsel for the petitioner, the court does not find any merit in the present writ petition. The technical objection with regard to inquiry not being done or application not filed before the petitioner loses its meaning once suo motu the petitioner itself has paid rupees 1 lakh as compensation to the wife of the deceased. This was without any direction from any authority, and thus it is obvious and can be safely presumed that the petitioner accepted that the death was accidental due to electrocution. Once the same is established and accepted by the petitioner itself, no inquiry is required on this aspect. The only issue which remains is to whether the amount paid under the policy of the company itself is full and final, or there can be a direction for additional payment. In the considered opinion of the court, the policy of the petitioner is only with regard to fixing a particular amount of an uniform basis. This does not mean that the same is adequate and shall depend on the facts and circumstances of any given case. Thus, the Commission being a body created for protection of human rights of the citizens, having interfered in the matter, and that too by directing for payment of additional rupees 2 lakhs, appears to be quite reasonable, since the main bread earner having died, in today's terms such amount cannot be said to be exorbitant or disproportionate. The petitioner has also not been able to show as to why direction to pay additional relief to rupees 2 lakhs is not justified, apart from taking technical grounds which are not connected to the quantum of compensation. As far as the objection of learned counsel for the petitioner with regard to the period of 1 year beyond which the Commission cannot inquire into the matter is not sustainable, for the reason that the limitation is of 1 year from the date on which the act constituting violation of human rights is alleged to have been committed. In the present case, the matter of compensation not being paid is a continuing violation of the human rights of the next of kin of the victim. Thus, such limitation is not applicable in the present facts and circumstances of the case. For the reasons aforesaid, the writ application stands dismissed. Stop.